Hey all, Biohack here. This is going to be a little bit of a different video. Last night, I was working on the artifact enhancing events, and I got a piece of gear, which was good rolls, but pretty mediocre stats. I chaos ordered it and got what is probably, well, arguably one of, if not the best pieces of gear on my entire account. And it happens to be in the Impulse set. So what I thought might be kind of fun to do in this video is talk about Impulse set and sort of what my gear looks like after over 11,000 live arena battles. So for those of you who don't know, Impulse set is one of, if not the, well, no, it's definitely not the best set in the game, but it's one of the best sets in the game because it's essentially a speed set that also gives you a 12% chance to reduce a random skill cooldown by 1 turn. So it reduces the skill cooldowns on your abilities while basically being a speed set, and speed set is already insanely good for arena. So I would argue probably the best possible build you could make if you had all the perfect gear in the world for an arena speed booster that you want to be as fast as possible would be 5-piece protection with 2 impulse sets. Basically the same build we use on like my Kaja, for example, the 5-piece protection with 2 speed sets or divine speed sets, but you just swap out the impulse because it's better, right? So you get impulse for doing live arena. You have to get 35 wins to pick up one of these chests here, and then it's a chance to appear in one of the chests. If you don't know, I am one of, if not the most active live arena players in the game. I have 11,298 battles, which I think is the most of anyone anywhere. It's certainly the most of anyone in the top 100. Of course, you have to win to get chests, so certain people definitely have opened more chests than I have, such as Doc Moreau, which has a much higher win rate than I do with 9,000 battles played. But still, I think it would be kind of fun to say, assuming I've won roughly 5,500 live arena battles, maybe a little bit more than that, what's the impulse gear look like after all of that time? So let's go ahead and do a little impulse showcase. Let me go scroll down over here and see what we've got. I've also got a spreadsheet that breaks down some of the chest results I've got over the years. So first things first, we have got 5 weapons. We've got 6 weapons, 6 helmets. We've got, this should be 7 plus 5 is what, 12 shields? 7 plus 3 is 10 gloves, 6 chests, and 4 boots. Isn't that insane? Only 4 boots after 5,000 arena battle wins, 5,500 arena battle wins. And only one of them is 6-star. Pretty crazy. So if we look at the ones that I've actually kept, we'll say, let's look at first off, rank and rarity. 5 stars. How many 5 stars do we have? I've only kept, what is this, 14 5-star pieces. Of course, this is because I'm much less likely to get or to keep a 5-star piece than a 6-star piece. We've obviously got a lot more 5-star than 6-star gear over the course of this playtime, and I'll talk about that when we go to the spreadsheet. But in terms of how many I've actually kept, we've kept 14 5-stars, and we've kept, what's that, 14, 21 plus 6 is 28 6-star? Sounds about right. 28 6-star pieces. If we look at the breakdown in terms of rarity, we've only kept 8 of epic. We've kept, what's that? 21 plus 4 or plus 3 is 24 legendary. And we've kept 9 mythics. All right. Let's actually jump into some of the pieces so we can talk about them. And I think this would be kind of fun because it also gives you guys a sense of like what gear is worth actually keeping on an in-game account. Although I will definitely point out that not all the gear I have is worth keeping. So the first one we have here is this weapon right here, which honestly is a really nice weapon for an HP-based nuker. We've got crit damage, speed, crit rate, and HP percent. It's mythic. All of these stats are perfect for our HP-based nuker. Of course, I would prefer if the rolls were more heavy into speed and crit rate than HP and crit damage, but still, good piece. This one over here is okay. Great stats for a nuker that wants a little bit of accuracy, but you don't really want to roll as much into accuracy and crit damage. You prefer, again, speed and crit rate. Not a bad piece. Because Impulse Set gives you this 12% chance to reduce random skill cooldowns, I think it's a really good set, not just in PvP, but also in PvE for things like Hydra and stuff. This 12% can really kick in. So I've kept mediocre pieces in this piece. Not that this is necessarily a mediocre piece, but I've kept mediocre pieces in this set because I think this set is really, really good. Here again, we have sort of an HP-based nuker piece, but this one's missing crit rate. It's got attack percent instead, so this one's not as good. But again, keeping it around because it's a good set. This one's interesting. This would be a god tier piece if it was 6-star, but at 5-star, the quad speed only goes up to 23, and of course, you can only use up to a 5-star glyph. But still, not bad. 23 speed, resistance, HP, can't complain. Got another quad speed over here in the 5-star. This is why when people like blindly say things like never keep 5-star gear, I'm like, you're crazy. Look at this thing. You know, sure, it's not 6-star, but 23 speed on this. We've got crit rate, crit damage, attack percent. Beautiful. This one's a pretty mediocre. This is one where I'm like, almost tempted to Chaos War it because I really, at 5-star, I really want lots of speed rolls before I'd keep this, but I don't know. Some of this gear I need to cleanse because I've kept it around for a long time when I had fewer pieces because I wanted to make sure I could make sets. Here, this one is kind of mid as well. I'd probably only keep this if maybe I rolled it up and triple rolled it and Chaos Warred it. I don't love using Mythical Chaos War on triple rolls, though. I kind of want to save that for quads. Again, this one is basically I just need to roll it and try and re-roll it for triple. This one's pretty bad. It's just on a random champion I use in Curse City. Double speed is okay, but not great. Again, this is probably a Chaos War thing. This is a Chaos War thing. If we can quad it, this would be a Chaos War if we can quad it. This one's a solid piece. We've got effectively a triple roll in crit rate with speed and accuracy. It's not bad. This is a one where I probably, like, I'm semi-tempted to Chaos War this, but again, it's only a triple. I don't really want to use the Mythical Chaos War, but if I'm ever in a place where I have abundance of Chaos War, I could maybe re-roll this. It's not used on anyone who's used in Live Arena, but it's not a terrible piece as is. This one I've already rolled. This is God tier roll, right? Quad crit damage, and we could even get it quint if I took it all the way up to plus 16. Oh, if this had rolled speed, it would have been insane. But it didn't. It rolled crit damage. Still not a bad piece. Speed, defense, crit damage. It could be worse. Speed, HP, defense, crit damage. Obviously, you'd prefer if it was like crit rate in here. If it was crit rate in here instead of either HP or defense, swap either one for crit rate, and I'd be very happy with that piece. But again, sort of a mediocre nuker piece here. And this could also be a support. HP, accuracy, speed, the crit damage. Just the roll split's bad. Over here, crit rate, HP, speed. It's pretty bad, but you know, whatever. It's okay. This one's decent. Speed, double roll and speed, double roll and crit rate. It's kind of the same as this piece, right? Or no, what was it? This piece? I don't know. It's, you know, this split HP and defense is not exactly what you want, but it could be worse, especially when the rolls are in speed and crit rate. So we'll keep that. This guy, double roll and speed, crit rate. If this HP percent was something else, and if it didn't roll into that, it'd be even better. But, you know, it's a keepable piece. This one is mostly just looking for Chaos War. Again, this one's kind of mid, but I'll keep it for maybe a support. This one probably should rework it. Actually, have I reworked this one? No, I haven't. You know what? Let's do it right now. I don't think... With no speed on Impulse, I don't think it's going to be insane. HP percent. Nope, that's bad. All right, we'll sell that. All right, so there our stats go. One piece is gone. This I would probably want to roll and triple roll. Because it's 5-star, I have so many of the Chaos Wars for these that I'm willing to like use them on kind of sets that are good. And maybe if we get a triple roll speed, it could be something useful. Triple roll speed and good substats. This one, same thing, looking for a triple. This one's not bad as is. I mean, I have other pieces that are kind of better, but I don't know. Again, it's Impulse, so you could throw it on like a random Centranos champion and it would be decent. Again, fishing for... no, no, I spoiled it. Don't look. Don't look. We're going to go back to that one. This one here is okay. Crit damage, crit rate, attack percent, no speed. If this had speed on it, it would be really good. But without the speed, it's just okay. This guy over here, we're looking for a triple roll. Again, don't really love using Mythical Chaos Aura on triple, but it is a glove. It is Impulse set. And I do need triple roll gloves with good main stats. So there's a world where we do it when I have a little bit more Chaos Aura to work with. This one over here is just kind of mediocre support piece. If I rolled it up to 16 and it went speed, it could be pretty decent for a support. HP HP, flat HP is not great, but HP percent, speed, defense, main stat, not bad. Over here, good support, main stats, speed, accuracy, resistance. This crit rate roll we don't like, but everything else is solid, but the speed is kind of low. So again, like mediocre support piece for like Hydra champion or something in the future. This one's okay. Crit rate, speed, accuracy, attack percent. I say it's okay. I mean, it's pretty solid. Would prefer more of the rolls into speed and less into accuracy, but still workable. Crit rate, crit damage, attack percent, speed. This defense is not doing us any good, and the extra roll there. If this roll was like if this defense roll was into speed, I'd say this is really good. I mean, this defense stat is fine. It's actually pretty good because you can obviously the main thing you're looking for is crit rate, crit damage, and attack percent and speed, and we have all those already. So defense is not a bad follow-up stat. We just don't want to roll into it. So good piece, but not amazing because of the relatively low speed rolls. This is a solid piece as well. Crit rate, crit damage. Anytime you get these gloves with a good main stat and like an ideal substat, that's really huge. So crit damage with crit rate is huge. Speed, HP percent, attack or accuracy. This is like a perfect glove for Timid, right? It's just only epic and the speed rolls aren't as high as I'd want them to be, but still very, very solid glove. This one's mostly, it could be a bomb champion build. It's not great. We got accuracy, attack, crit rate. It's okay. Crit damage is kind of mid, but we'll keep it around because it's impulse. This one's pretty bad, honestly. Should probably just sell this. I think the only reason I kept this is because I ascended it to crit damage on the first roll. And so because I have so much extra dust because I farm so much Sand Devil for the dust, or so much extra oil because I farm Sand Devil for the dust, this could end up on like a Centranos champion or something because we can ascend it. This one's okay. If it was 6-star, it'd be much better. Double roll and speed. HP percent, accuracy, crit damage. This one's kind of like not great, to be honest, but maybe for some kind of supporty style champion. I don't know. It's mythical, and you hate to sell mythical, especially when they've got good main stats like this, but the lack of speed on this piece is really killing it. Again, over here, we've got HP percent, defense percent, accuracy, and speed. This attack roll is not great, especially since the mythical roll went into that, but still good stats for a support. Over here, this one is actually really interesting. We've got accuracy main stat with a double roll speed. Again, whenever you have these pieces where you need the right main stat and then getting the right substat, specifically like the right main stat with lots of speed rolls is super hard. Like the rarest pieces in the game, I think, are actually like accuracy chests with like triple roll or quad roll, or not, obviously not triple, but quad roll speed, right? Like something like this, like accuracy chests with lots of speed rolls is one of the most important pieces of gear to get for your like arena lockout champions that are really fast. And it's also one of the hardest to get because the chests have so many different options for main stat, and then you've got to get all the quads on top of it. So when you try and get something specific like accuracy main stat with a lot of rolls and speed, it's tough. So getting a double roll, even though this is not, it's only a double roll, it's still huge because of that main stat. So not really being used on anyone super important right now, but it is definitely not something I would sell because of that issue. This is, again, kind of like a mediocre support piece. Again, this is the same story with the accuracy, except for its resistance this time. This could be amazing on something like a Galathea, something like a Crixia, if you're trying to make like a super, super fast Crixia, that protection build with the 4-piece or 4-piece impulse, 2 sets. This would be insane. Unfortunately, it's only 5-star, so that obviously knocks it down a lot because you want that main stat, but it's still definitely a piece that I would keep around because maybe it'll be the linchpin on a certain build. This one here, probably just fishing for a triple. And then we've got our glove, or our boot. This is our first boot and only 6-star boot. It is speed with speed ascension. And the important thing here is we've got accuracy and resistance. Again, like those main stat with the right substats are super hard. So getting accuracy here, if you want to use this for a lockout. So think of something like a Crixia in this build. You're getting speed, accuracy, resistance, defense. Those are all great stats for her. Galathea, same thing. So this could be a really, really solid piece for a champion like that if you were trying to make one that just goes super, super fast. So definitely. And I literally only have one 6-star speed boot after 5,500 arena battle wins. So you got to keep these regardless of what the substats are. Defense, this one's decent. It's 5-star. I mean, the stats on this are great, but except for the attack percent, we'd prefer the rolls to be a little bit different. But it's only 5-star, so it's okay. Again, speed, defense, accuracy. This double roll and accuracy is great. If this was a 6-star piece, it would be amazing. 5-star definitely knocks it down quite a bit, but it's, you know, still impulse set decent. This one here, attack percent, triple roll in speed. It's a little more awkward to use because you probably are not using like attack percent boots on impulse characters, because if you're using impulse, you're chasing speeds, you're probably going for a speed boot. But it's, you know, not the worst. And that's it for all the gear pieces except for the last one. The one I teased you with at the beginning. Check it out. This is the guy we got. That's right. We got crit rate. Crit rate ascension doesn't really matter because we can reroll it. Crit damage and quad speed. This is the only quad speed glove I have on my entire account in a speed set. Might be the only quad speed glove, 6-star quad speed glove I have on my entire account, period. And it is so good. Crit rate, crit damage, speed, attack percent. We love it. Obviously, this mythical flat defense isn't great, but anytime you get a quad speed glove in a speed set is insane. So this is kind of what made me think like, oh, maybe I should make a video, talk about all the impulse gear that we've got so far and highlight this guy. Oh, I'm so happy about this. This was a Chaos War. I quad rolled it and it had pretty mediocre stats. We Chaos Warred it and we picked this guy up. So I was very, very happy about that. And that is, now I just need to chase something to pair it with. So this is actually part of my fastest build on my Kaja. I can now make her 467 speed in the fastest possible build I can do currently. And then if I can get a Duke Bannerlord, I would empower her to +4, and that would make me 472 speed. And this glove and actually this weapon are part of that build, which is why I need another quad in a different piece so that I can not use this 5-star. But still, that's where we're at. Okay, the last thing I promised I would show you is my spreadsheet. So let me see if I can find it right here. Is this going to work? There. Oh. No? Why is it not working? Oh, there we go. Maybe. Oh, it's showing the wrong monitor. Hold on. Oh, man. Professional streamer right here. Professional. There we go. There we go. All right, let's blow this up. It's a little tiny. This is what we got. Okay, so I haven't recorded every single chest that I've opened because, like I said, I've done about I've done over 11,000 battles, and this is 68 chests total that we've opened up here, which is only about what, 2,500 wins, something like that. But it's still interesting to see what we've got so far. First thing I want to say is this is not enough data to draw strong conclusions about drop rates. 68 chests is not a large enough sample size, so don't go out there treating this like gospel, but it is kind of interesting to see nonetheless. So 5-star epic Zeals, we've got 96 of those. We've got 42 5-star legendaries, 67 6-star epics, 19 6-star legendaries, and 17 6-star mythics. You'll notice there are no 5-star mythics, so I don't think mythic drops in 5-star at all from these chests. I also find it kind of interesting that the number of legendaries and the number of mythics is not that different. But 68 chests, 2,500 battles, and we've only got 17 mythic Zeal pieces, so that's kind of crazy. We jump over to Impulse. I've gotten a lot less 5-star epics, interestingly, but we've got 69, nice, of those 5-star epics, 47 5-star legendaries, 46 6-star epics, and 20 6-star legendaries. Lastly, we've got 15 6-star mythicals. So I find this kind of interesting. 15 6-star mythicals over 2,500 wins. That's, you know, probably about 5,000 battles, assuming you're about a 50% win rate, which you probably will be if you do enough live arena. That is, that's pretty crazy. It's a lot of live arena to get a single mythic in an impulse set, but you never know. You could get a quad roll glove. So that's where we're at. I hope you guys found this kind of interesting. I thought it would just be kind of fun to showcase this after, you know, this many live arena battles. What's the gear actually look like? If you liked this, subscribe to the channel. I do live arena content pretty much every day. Well, maybe not every day, almost every day. So you can check that out, and I will see you all in the next video. Have a good one. Cheers.